Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live, Season 6, Episode 22, Airmap Drone App ends LAANC. All right. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. I'll give you an update on how I'm doing. We'll get to that in just a couple minutes. Want to greet everybody that's here tonight. Let's take a look and see who we got. USA Drone Flyer, Captain Joe America, Michael Wright is here, Drone Shots, Jody, Akarasho, Sergeant Rock, Johnny's here tonight, Flying Flynn Media. Who else we got? Fly Guy Merrill, Jaybird is here, 107 Drones. Let's see who we got. Ridge Flyer 32, Richard is here, and Maddie is here. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to give you an update here, okay? Past couple days, I've been in quite a bit of pain, and it's just not my arm. It's also my toe. I don't know if you saw or not, but I did break my big left toe when I fell almost over 2 weeks ago. And I'm wearing, it's called a square-toed post-op shoe. And what it does is it prevents you from bending your toe. And there's no real, you don't get a cast, there's no splint, there's no nothing, it just heals. And that's been throbbing and really bothering me to the point of not being able to sleep at night. Yeah, wonderful stuff there, guys. Just absolutely wonderful stuff. So I'm dealing with that. And then if I do too much during the day and don't rest my arm, my wrist starts to bother me and it starts to hurt. And I had one of those days today and yesterday. And it's simply the act of not, I can't really use this arm to do much, my left arm and my left hand, but just physically doing stuff. And the one thing is you have to keep it elevated. And that's one of the things that I'm doing right now is I have an armrest that keeps it elevated, and I sleep with it on pillows elevated to try to keep that up. So, just want to let you know this show's a labor of love tonight because I know you guys want to see me on. I want to be on. I'm kind of fighting through some stuff, so I'd appreciate your thoughts and well wishes regarding this. Okay, let's get to some topics here. Now, we do have a few things to cover tonight. There's not a lot out there, to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be upfront. First thing you probably saw, and I'm just going to really briefly touch on this. You probably saw I released a video today on Air 3S, and I want you guys, please feel free, please do watch that. It has all the latest that we know on that, and I'm just going to show you a glimpse at an article that I address in that video. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Leaker suggests DJI Air 3 drone release later for June and July. And in this video, there's a link to it at the end. It actually shows that video. I'm not going to show that to you because I don't want to get dinged by YouTube. But please feel free to watch this again. This is always, anytime I post an article here, it is in Build a Drone Reviewer Facebook group. So please feel free to go ahead and read through that article. But I do cover this in that video in detail. So you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and, highly recommend that you watch that video. It is very informative. There's a lot of detail in there. Okay. Wanted to cover that. All right. Now we got that out of the way. There hasn't been anything else come out about this since, and that would have been last Wednesday that information came out. So we haven't seen anything else yet regarding this, but stay tuned to Build a Drone Reviewer. We'll get you all the latest on this. We're going to cover this. June or July means it's kind of advanced. And one of the other things that I do talk about, one of the things that I will mention is we're also going to talk about here in conjunction with this, okay? Most of you know what a great drone the Air 2S is, okay? Well, it's on sale right now for $150 off. And right now, this is the last week that you can save that $150 on the Air 2S. I did double check on DJI today, and it still is on sale. Right now, the price is $849, meaning you save $150 on the regular price of $999. Okay, and I won't even bother to go over the feature. Now, free ND filters with Air 2S discount retail. They're normally $39.95. And that is a good deal to get those ND filters. So, take advantage of this. This isn't going to last long. Let's take a look here. It is the last week. Let's take a look and see when it expires. It says it's the last week. So my guess is, okay, it doesn't list the date. I'm not. Okay. Until May 31st. That's tomorrow. So tomorrow's the last day. If you want to take advantage of this, I highly suggest that you go out there and get that. That is an outstanding deal for that kind of price. That's an outstanding deal. And as I've always said before, when you see things like this, that's a strong indicator that a new one is right around the corner. So we know that an Air 3 is going to pop around sometime soon. And also in conjunction with all this is, one of the things that you have to remember with all of this is that what we understand here with all this, we're not going to see the FCC database information anymore. DJI's gotten smart to that, so they're not going to be putting that out there until the day the drone releases. They can do that per the FCC. So just that's why you're probably not going to ever see that again, just to let you guys know about that. So and Captain Ray's here. Welcome, Captain Ray. Glad to see you tonight. All right. The other thing tonight, there's a couple other things that I want to touch on here, and it's real interesting. Ford several years ago had applied, yes, Ford as in, Ford Motor Company, applied for a patent for drones. Yes, for drones, okay? Let's take a brief look at this article here. I thought it was real interesting. Again, this was out on Drone DJ. Let me go ahead and bring that up here. Okay. All right. Okay, Ford patent details secure drone landing system for moving cars and trucks. Okay. It's a very interesting article. Again, of course, this is posted on Build a Drone Reviewer Facebook group, so you can go ahead, head out there and look at this. Diagrams and text in the patent describe a stack of plates intended for drone landings, the top which features a series of pins extending outward to facilitate the process. The entire system, presumably envisioning use by delivery trucks or cars receiving incoming orders, could be orchestrated by remote navigation tech, triangulating movement with the aerial and ground vehicles. Ford details depict descending craft being aided in landing during windy conditions or onto moving trucks or autos by rotating pins. Okay, it's very detailed, and you can see there's kind of like a little bit of a flow chart right here that goes over that, and I'm not going to go into that. The landing platform provides a temporary location for one or more UAVs to land and receive payload, deliver payload, recharge, piggyback on vehicle, transfer data from LAV, from UAV, and the like. Ford drone docking patent reads. In some embodiments, UAV management system provides flight guidance to UAV when landing on or taking off from a landing platform. Additionally, UAV management system may provide instructions to landing platform to position UAV on landing platform. Okay. This is coming. This kind of stuff's coming, and it's really exciting to see all this. Now, what does that mean? Okay. First of all, you'll see this in commercial applications before you would see it for consumer type applications, but who knows? You order McDonald's and you literally could have it while you're driving delivered right on top of your roof. You won't even have to pull off to the side of the road. How about that? And visit the Golden Arches. They can come right to you. That's just a wild guess right there. I don't know if that's true or not, but or if they would do something like that, but it's a possibility. So again, you can read this article at your leisure to go ahead and take a look at this. This technology is coming, and it's exciting. So stay tuned for this. We'll be sure to bring you more about this. Okay. I got one other article that I want to go over here tonight. Now, everybody's familiar with LAANC, okay? Getting your landing authorizations for when you're flying within restricted airspace, specifically airports, and the process involved with that. Well, one of the first apps that really used that really well was Airmap, and Airmap did an outstanding job with that. I mean, they really did outstanding work. And there was some news about Airmap, and I want to go ahead and go over this article with you today that came out today. Okay, Airmap drone app shutting down LAANC authorization service. Airmap, one of the most popular apps used by drone operators to gain a low altitude authorization and notification capability, nod to flying controlled airspace for below 400 feet, has announced the decision to shut down its LAANC service. Coming June 22nd, the Airmap drone app will cease to exist. LAANC authorizations through the app have already been disabled. If you have a LAANC authorization with a pending approval status that was scheduled prior to the shutdown date, you will not be affected. But if you have authorization with a pending or accepted status scheduled after the shutdown date, you can expect the Airmap team to get in touch with you to discuss alternatives. The airspace management company, which was acquired by Walmart-backed drone delivery firm Drone Up, explains that it is exiting the LAANC space because it wants to dedicate all its resources to enable autonomy and beyond visual line of sight flight at scale. Okay, as part of this new direction, we've made the difficult decision to shut down the Airmap application as of June 22nd, 2023. This is not a decision we take lightly. We understand the significance the Airmap holds for so many, and we'll simply want to say thank you to the entire Airmap community for your years of commitment, contribution, and safe flying. Joshua Ziering, who founded Aloft, another leading LAANC service provider, has weighed on the development by explaining the cost dynamics behind the service, which is commonly available to drone pilots without any charge. Well, the FAA does not charge a fee for the UAS service to operate LAANC, but the software and process development to be able to offer the service, the intensive onboarding process, and continual upkeep of statistics, data, and even security audits make it a very expensive proposition. In building LAANC for iOS, Android, and web, alongside with our cybersecurity posture, an award-winning fleet managed product, we spent millions of dollars. Okay, find a complete listing of FAA-approved LAANC service providers here, and let's go ahead and see it. I hope this link works. We're doing this live here for real. So, all right, and you can see right here, it lists. There's a Air Matrix, Air Space Link, Aloft, Astra UTM, Autopilot, PYLOT, Avision, Botlink, ETT Aviation, Drone Up, Flight Ready, UAS Sidekick, and Wing. Okay, companies providing enterprise LAANC services. Okay, Airbus, ANRA Technologies, ATA, and Simulize. Okay. Now, that link is in that article, and that article is posted out on Bill the Drone Reviewer Facebook group. So I highly suggest you bookmark that, and definitely bookmark this page so you can refer to it to take a look, because you're going to have to, if you use Airmap, you're going to have to go with a new provider to get your authorizations. I know it was a very good app. It was very nice, but that article did point out something, and I did want to bring that up with everybody. Okay. There wasn't the cost of that app was free. Okay. And that's one of the things that I think, we're going to start seeing. Instead of seeing these apps for free, we're going to have to start paying for these apps, and it'll be reasonable, $4.95, $5.95 kind of a thing, I would think, to be able to do this, or they may charge a per charge basis. Who knows? But, they're going to start charging for these kinds of things, because this kind of development doesn't come cheap. Okay. It does cost a lot of money to develop the software, to test it, and to get it out there and get it functional to where, it's not going to cause any issues. So I would definitely say that. Side note, before I end things up with this, okay? I apologize for the light. I'm still working on stuff. My desk faces a window, okay? And even closing the curtain at this time of day, you're still going to get this. So that's why you see this. I'm working on some solutions for that, and it's real, because it's bugging me as much as it probably bugs a lot of you. So just stay tuned for that. That's going to come about real soon. But that's the latest on Airmap, and the thing that you need to take away is there are other resources to get that approval. and it's listed in that article, that link. So go ahead and follow that link. It takes you to the FAA website to be able to provide that listing for you. Okay, so definitely take advantage of that. That's a good thing. And like I said, things that we have been used to not having to pay for, we're going to have to pay for these things. So you'll want to get out there, and hopefully, they won't charge an exorbitant fee either to buy the app or to use the app, kind of a thing. Hope it's not, hope it's just a one-time fee. But again, there's a lot of cost in development. A lot of these platforms, it does cost a lot of money to do that. So just be aware of that. Be wary of that, and understand that. One of the other things before we, I want to take a few minutes here, and I have no more articles. That's my articles, because it's kind of skinny right now on stuff. I mean, the Air 3 did provide quite a bit of stuff to talk from, and that's great. But one of the things that I wanted to mention here, and there are other articles out there on Drone DJ, but I wanted to bring some things that would be relevant to most of the drone community at large, especially, the Part 107s and the hobbyists that watch this channel. I want to make it relevant to you guys. And there's a lot of stuff out there. I mean, they talk about, there's a lot of articles about the UAVs that you will eventually, will get flown in, that are big enough for passengers, kind of thing. And, while it's interesting and it's cool and it's great, there's a ton of that stuff out there right now, articles. And, I just don't think it's worth our time and space to go over it until it gets to be more plausible. Then I'll probably spend some time on that. All right. Just a few thoughts in general. I just looked today, and out on my stats out on YouTube, I've done over 1,000 videos since I started the channel. I have over 3 million views. And first and foremost, I got to thank all of you guys for that. Okay. It's just absolutely amazing the support you've given me through the years. And I deeply appreciate that. Okay. That's why you're seeing me on here tonight, because, I'm pushing through the pain to give you guys some information, give you guys a show out here tonight. And because I know a lot of you really enjoy this each week, and I enjoy it too. Normally I really enjoy it, but when I'm facing things like this, it makes it gives a little bit of what shall we say, extra effort is needed, and it's been, but your kind words and thoughts and prayers are most greatly appreciated. Like I said, I've been at this now. It's going on 7 years. It's going on 6. It's not 6 years. Okay. I had my 6th anniversary coming up June, I believe. That's when I started. I actually started Build a Technology Reviewer before Build a Drone Reviewer, which was about maybe 3 weeks before. And they both kind of took off. And then the Technology Reviewer has kind of been sitting by the wayside. I'm going to do something with it. I just don't know. I got a lot of irons in the fire. And of course, you guys know that I started the ham radio channel as well too. But I just wanted to spend a few minutes and talk about some things regarding just, drones and YouTube and just the whole thing in general. It's really changed a lot since I got into this, going on 6 years ago, back in 2017. We've seen a lot of changes, technology changes. We've seen a lot. I mean, I started out with a Autelix Star Premium. I got a Mavic Pro. I got a Spark. I tested a Mavic Air. I got the Mavic 2 Pro. I got the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0. I won't go into a litany of things, but went through and tested all these products out and showed you that. And I hope, and one of my things that I wanted to get across during this conversation with you guys is, I just, and I hope, you guys know me, and I don't put things out there just for the sake. I mean, everybody, there's a YouTube algorithm. You need to keep videos. You need to keep so you can keep subscribers. I get it. I know it. And when I had time. Now, see, my schedule has changed right now. There's much more hours involved at work, and obviously now I can't go fly till I get my left hand back, and that's probably another 4 more weeks. And I was starting to carve out time on weekends with weather had finally started to clear up, and then I'd had my wonderful Mother's Day 2023 little the gift that keeps on giving to me. Um, you know, when I go out there and I put videos out there, especially drone videos, I want them to be meaningful. I want you guys to learn things from these. Um, you know, I don't do a lot of, let's take a look at the community. And I actually did one of those videos. I don't do a lot of just, I'll call them sightseeing videos. I try to provide a lot of educational videos out there to you guys. And I think it's important because one of the premises that I started this channel with was to make things in an easy to understand format, especially for those that have just gotten into drones. I thought that was very important, and I try to continue that to this day. I try to explain things as I go along, and I get a lot of good questions, and I get you guys. One of the things behind the scenes that I also wanted to mention now during this time that I'm talking with you is, I get a lot of questions via email sent to me, buildadronereviewer@gmail.com. And if you guys ever have a question, please email me there. Don't hesitate. And I answer every question. I really spend, I got to spend some time and research it. I'll reply back to you. I'm going to take a look at this and I'll get back to you. And I do. And because every one of you out there are important to me. And being able to get correct information out there, I think is a big deal. And I want to make sure that you guys know what's going on with things. And if there's something you have a question on, and if I don't know, I will tell you I don't know that. Okay. Or if say Billy Kyle has a video on that, I'm going to tell you about Billy's video because Billy's one of the best, out there with instructional type efforts. Okay. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you, and keep those questions coming, by the way. Also, I want to let you guys know, more than likely not June, but in July, we're probably going to have a couple of giveaways, and it's going to be swag. I'm pushing back. I was originally intending them for June, but not going to happen. Okay. The one-arm bandit, it's hard packing and wrapping boxes in taping and stuff right now. So I'm going to push this back until June or July, and hopefully, because maybe throw some other things in there too. I don't know. I could have some things lying around that maybe you guys might enjoy. So definitely going to do that. Ray, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. And again, I appreciate all of you who have been with me through thick and thin and have stuck by this channel for several years. I greatly appreciate that a lot. And it's very meaningful to me that you guys are here. And that's why I try to do what I'm doing. One of the other things that I wanted to get across, and I'm going to kind of wrap things up because, I pretty much, I have a kind of a time limit for myself here as far as being able to stay on and with it and things. Okay. One of the other things, in getting across, I'm very thankful for everybody. And, one of the things that I also want to say is I'm very thankful that it wasn't worse. My fall on Mother's Day. It could have been a whole lot worse. I had, my father, some of and I think I shared with you, he died of a subdural hematoma eventually, after he fell in his driveway. And, one of the things that immediately, when I went to the emergency room, they did a CAT scan, and the CAT scan was negative. Thank you very much, Lord, for that. I'm very thankful for that. Nothing wrong with the skull. My right side of my body's fine. My left side, not so much. And I'm very thankful because this could have been a whole lot worse. And it's also taught me to slow down. And I think that's a lesson that I want to pass on to all of you guys is we go through life. And I know this isn't about drones, but you know what? It's part of this channel. and this is a message that I want to try to get across to everybody. We're also anxious to go out there and fly our drones and enjoy that. And I get it and I understand it. But one of the things is this has taught me literally, I have to slow down. Okay. Simple tasks that would take me 15 minutes now take me 45 to an hour. Okay. I do the laundry in the house and I've still been doing the laundry. So simply folding the clothes, which normally would take 15 minutes, takes me about an hour because I got to do it all one-handed. Okay. And I try to help out Valerie. And I got to say this, I have to sing Valerie's praises. You know her. I mean, many of you have met her, have seen her. She's been in, popped in on the stream multiple times. Is just my soulmate, my confidant. She has just been. I can't say enough for all that she has done for me during this time, and especially her patience. Her patience has been absolutely off the charts, which she's. I'm very thankful for that because, this is not an easy thing to go through. And I know, it's like my advice about broken bones: don't get broken bones. Okay, that's my advice. That's one of those things. Yeah, Ray. That's again. This has taught me to be very, very, very thankful, and I am keeping the faith. I got about another 4 more weeks before I go back to see the doctor. I go to see my primary care physician tomorrow. I had an appointment several months ago, but it's good timing. But I do want to discuss some things with him, including also a wonderful thing called pain management. I'm going to need to try to sort that out and see what I can do regarding that. Slow down, guys. Enjoy life. Enjoy time with your loved ones. Stop and smell the roses. Take time to do that. Don't always be in a rush everywhere. And that's physically, and that's taught both Valerie and I that, we're obviously, I have to slow down on purpose. I don't have a choice, but I'm trying to make life simpler, in doing things around the house and to try to keep things to a minimum that I have to do. I still do the laundry because it still keeps me energized. I can do you'd be surprised how much you can do with one hand. Okay. I also, during this time, I'm wearing t-shirts exclusively. And I can pretty much get dressed by myself except for socks. Okay. Valerie helps me with my socks. I went out and I bought some athletic shorts, and I haven't worn them in probably 25, 30 years, but they are the bomb. They work really well. I'm really thankful for them. And I'm wearing that wonderful shoe on my left foot right now, so my toes won't bend. It's pretty easy to get on and off. And again, Valerie's been nothing but a help for me. And, one of the things I just want to pass on to all of you guys is take some time, stop, slow down. Don't be so anxious about things. Enjoy life, enjoy your family, enjoy your loved ones, enjoy your friends, spend time with them. Don't be in such a hurry. Don't be, I got to get that video out. I got to do this. It's like, this has taught me a real lesson is just to slow things down and to enjoy life. Well, the other day, my son-in-law, and I'm going to brag on my son-in-law, Andy, he said, you know what? I'll give you guys a phone. FaceTime. Okay. And I got to see both my granddaughters. Okay. And my older granddaughter, Ellie, wanted to see grandpa, and she showed me her boo-boo on her knee, and I showed her my boo-boo on my hand. And after the phone call was over, my son-in-law told me she was smiling from ear to ear because Valerie was there too, and she got to see grandma and grandpa. So, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And we did make some lemonade. I got to see my younger granddaughter, Addie. She's now standing up. Okay. It's almost 6 months old, and she's standing up on my daughter's lap, obviously holding her, but she's using a lot of her own muscles. So, enjoy life, guys. We're blessed with this day. Take advantage of it. Slow down and enjoy. And if you're married, if you have children, if you have relatives, tell them that you love them. And there's no harm in that. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. All right, I'm off my soapbox right now. Back to drones for a couple of minutes. Okay, Going to have a giveaway in July, and mostly going to be some swag. I'm going to throw some other things in there too. Have a couple surprises I in store that I'm cooking up right now for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, I'll start cranking some drone videos out. I'm going to probably look back and piece some other videos together from footage I already have right now. I can do that. So that's one of the things that I can do. So be on the lookout for some of those. I'm going to have some fun with that. All right. I want to thank, I mean, seriously, I want to thank everybody out there for your support and thoughts and prayers and well wishes. They mean the world to me. Keep them coming. Don't let them stop. And you know what? Just don't do that for me. Do that for everybody else that's in the chat that you know of, that you may be hooked up with on Messenger. Help them out if they need help. Lend an ear if they need to talk about something. You know, it never hurts. All right, guys. Thanks so much for your time, especially you know your patience right now with me being on my soapbox. Another note, Air 3S will get you the latest information out there. I will, if there's anything else that comes out, I will get a video out there for you guys and let you know about that. We'll stay on top of that situation. It's interesting. We seem to get new leakers all this time. This guy Igor Badanov. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Boris Badenov, but that's the guy's name who's the leaker out on Twitter. So, more to come on that. That's exciting. It's always exciting to talk about new drones. I'm going to revisit the whole thing regarding the Mavic 3. I think you guys know that I did send mine back, obviously, because, it's going to sit here for 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know. And again, in 4 weeks, I have an follow-up appointment with the doctor, and at that point in time, we'll know if this bad boy is coming off and I'll go to physical therapy because it's healing, or the other thing, the surgery. And it's an outpatient surgery at their offices. It's not like I have to go to the hospital. So all in all, guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Valerie says the same thing. As always, guys, remember, it's a great day to fly. Take care and have a great rest of your week.